may be, this is the band room, and it's located in E Hall. Wait, what hall is this? E Hall? E Hall. It's E1, right there. And so you walk in, and it's a pretty capacious space. I mean, we have our folders right here, so at the beginning of the year, you'll be assigned a folder, and that's where you're going to keep all of your warm-up exercises and all of your music. So the first thing you're going to do when you walk into band class is you're just going to grab your folder. I'm folder number 60. Oh, okay. So then, we're going to walk over here, and there's usually chairs set up here, but then we're just going to see what the daily agenda is. So this one is just telling us to do some long tones and lip slurs, and we're going to do a group warm-up of scales and chromatic scales, so then we'll bring it on over to Leah.
So, once you walk into the band room and get your folder and look at the board, you set up what you have to set up for the songs that we're playing, and then you come over and do warm-ups on the mallet instruments. So we have a marimba, and you uncover all of the instruments. We have a marimba, we have a vibraphone, the marching marimba, the other marching mallets, xylophone, and then our nice bell set and the chimes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when you play the marimba, you have to hold the mallets correctly. You don't want to hold them like all the way up here because then you can't get the proper technique. So you have to hold it back here in your hand so your thumb is up. And then to hit it on the bars, you want to hit in the middle because if you hit on the node, you won't get the right sound. If you hit here, you get more of a resonated sound.
So these are timpani. Be very careful because timpani is the plural form of the word, as I've just learned. So in the morning when you come in, if you're playing it, you're going to uncover whichever ones you need. They get higher pitched as you move from left to right. You're going to take these off. You get your mallets, and you're going to tune it by using this foot slide with a tuner. So moving over here, we have the gong that's generally going to be there. And then we have all of this stuff that you would normally do in your middle school band. And so bass drum is over here, snare drum, and we'll generally have everything that you hit, including traps, over here.
Yeah. These here are going to be your cabinets for the next couple of years, whether or not you want to stay in band. Everything that you need will be inside either the wind ensemble cabinet or the concert band cabinet and symphonic band cabinet. What you're going to use are the drumsticks, which are located here, the bass drum mallets, which are located here, or the actual mallets, which are on top of the wind ensemble cabinet. Whatever you use will have to be put back at the end of the day, so remember to keep it nice and tidy. If not, you're going to get a very disappointed look from Mr. O'Halley. There's no doubt about that.
Hello, this is our mainland percussion closet. All of these things are things you'll use as a percussionist. Over here we have all of our cymbals. We have our kick drum pedal. We have a yoga mat. We have hi-hat cymbals, timbales. We have timbale stand. We have a lot of cymbal stands. These are all of our method books. In the top you have snare and mallets. Well, below it you have drum set and timpani. Then there's a bunch of shakers and bass drum, timpani chime mallets, and then a bunch of other random stuff. Over here is where you'll do all of your smart music assignments. These are where we keep our drum set snares. And then all this stuff over here is miscellaneous stuff that you may be called to play. That's Brighton.
Welcome, concert band, to this next section where we're going to teach you how to play traps. You don't know this yet, but I've already done a piece on sleigh bells, so stay tuned. For this one, I'm going to be doing the claves. You want to hold it so that you create a resonating chamber with your hand underneath, where the sound from the claves can come through. And then you're going to use the other one to hit it. And you just hit it according to your music, and that's pretty straightforward.
Now the next instrument we have here is the triangle. It may look like the least intimidating instrument, but there's a lot that goes into playing it. Now what you want to do is make sure that you're holding it correctly. What you want to do is hold it so that it does not touch the triangle or the rope. If you put pressure onto the rope, that will cut out the sound. What next you want to do is find the opposite of the little gap here. You want to go to the opposite side and hit right in the middle so that it makes two 90-degree angles. Once you have that placement down, you want to take the beater and hit it as so. And that's it.
Hello, this is your tutorial on how to hold and play crash cymbals. So there's two grips, but the one that we use for concert band requires you to just put your hands here, and then you're just going to pinch this carrier thing, I don't know what it's called, and you're going to pinch that, and then to get the maximum sound and the least number of air pockets, you just want to use like a sweeping motion over both of them, and it takes a little bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, it's just going to sound like this.
Hello, concert band. I'm going to be teaching you how to play my all-time favorite instrument, the sleigh bells. This is easily the greatest instrument ever created because, as you can see, it sounds like Christmas, it's festive, you can use it in anything, and it will sound spectacular every single time. So to play it, you're going to hold it with one hand, and you're going to use your lower palm on the other hand to hit the top. That's important to get a good sound and also be able to do more notes than you would if you were just doing it somewhere else.
Alright, this is a snare. I'm going to teach you how to play it. So, what you want to do is you want to hold your sticks like a bicycle, and you want to make sure there's no gap in between your thumb and your index finger. Now, when you play, you want to make sure you use your wrist and not your forearms, because not only do you look silly, you're just tiring yourself out.
We're going to learn how to play the kabasa. So what you're going to do first is take one hand and hold the bass here. And then you're going to take your other hand, put it onto these metal beads, and just twist your bottom hand. Many people think that this is played with your top hand, but it's much harder to play and you don't get a good sound. With the bottom hand, you can play faster notes and you get a better sound.